everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Call Me Chris, you can call me Chris, and welcome back, Jessica, my older sister.
Hello!
Yay! And you are looking fabulous today, darling, and we are gonna do some charity work today.
Ooh.
The charity is Jessica's nasty ass roots. Yeah, Jessica needed her hair done and I needed some content, so here we are. For those of you who don't know, I am a licensed hairdresser, but I haven't done hair in a while, so we're gonna see if I remember how to do it. We're also gonna answer some of your questions and give you some unsolicited advice and also hear some of your crazy stories. So Jessica's gonna read them, I'm gonna do her hair. Let's get to it. To see if I remember how to mix.
For the first question, and a shout out to Sean Bacon. What does your sister think of your content you create? She's a comedic genius.
It's because I'm doing her hair right now.
No, I actually say that to people though.
Wow.
I think what I laughed really hard at, well, I've laughed at all, but the other day when you did mom and dad coming in the house, so accurate.
We'll play a clip here.
Oh, interesting color choice. Yeah, I thought it was a little different. Yeah, no, what is this? Diarrhea green or it's sage?
Shout out, oh, I really hope I say this right. Calcifer, I wanted to ask what your process is like. I wanted to get into possibly making fun content and
You say
acting.
process?
Your process. Your
He
process.
says process. I say process.
Process? Oh,
Process. That's very American of you.
Process?
Disgusting. No, I'm just kidding.
What's your process like? Process like? I wanted to get into possibly making fun content and acting. You seem to have a niche for it, so how do you come up with ideas and making content look so easy?
Honestly, I get all of my ideas from my batshit crazy family, as you can see. My process is usually notes in my phone or like sticky notes everywhere and stuff. That is my process. And now we have this consistency. I forgot my scale, so I don't know if this is right. I think it is. I mean, like, you know, after being a hairdresser, you know the consistency of bleach. So we're gonna bleach this bitch's hair.
Shout out to Ivy. What is the craziest thing you and your sister did as kids?
Ow! As kids?
It's like kids. So what are we thinking, like 10 and under? When we would go to camping at like Kilby and the train?
Ooh,
go to
yeah.
train
We
tracks?
almost like
We
put
get
our
a
lives
little-
on the line.
Yeah, a little bit.
There would be a train, and then there was a
Yeah.
bridge where like you would die if you stayed on the bridge and the train was coming. But we would like stand on the bridge as long as we could until the train came. Don't recommend.
No.
Or we threw rocks at the train.
Rocks at the train, but we also we took dimes and pennies and nickels.
Oh, yeah.
And we would put it on the train tracks.
Yes.
Which we read later that even something that's like could derail a train.
Yeah, we never derailed the train.
No,
but it was
we
really
didn't.
cool because if you put pennies or nickels or stuff on the tracks, it would flatten them and it would look really cool.
Yeah.
Or we tried to throw rocks between like the
Between the
spaces
cars.
between the cars and try to. But if you missed it and you hit the train, that shit would ricochet back and probably take your eye out.
Yeah.
Never happened, but
No,
you know, not
that's
ideal.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, first foil. Let's go. Try not to burn her hair off.
Nah. How are you truly feeling? Most content creators are acting one way in front of a camera, but don't show how they truly feel. So how are you really feeling?
Great question. I'm fine. I'm pretty straight up with you guys. You know, like I struggle with my mental health and stuff, but I've been doing okay. I've been doing good. I've been doing a lot of traveling lately, which has been nice. But now I like to come home and spend time with family and with Kevin, who's sitting right behind us right now.
Such a good
So
boy.
I'm good. Thank you for asking, though.
Yes. My question is, how are you two as sisters when you were children?
We always got along.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, there's like,
we're
you
2
know,
years apart.
And like typical firstborn, secondborn
Yeah.
stuff, like, you know, maybe like, I didn't torment you, but like, there were times where I did,
She was a bitch.
No.
I was a bitch too, though.
Yeah.
No, I like to like prank her and stuff.
Yeah.
And just push her buttons as much as I could.
Yeah.
I was the comical one in the family, but I was also the asshole.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
But it's okay. It made some funny stuff. I guess I was more like motherish,
Yeah, she was
Hen.
definitely like that.
mother hen. But like, say like when we would go to like, because we would go to our dad's place every other weekend.
We're children of divorce.
We're
so.
a patchwork family.
Yes.
Yeah, we do a lot of our hanging out there too because it was just like the two of us for the longest time. Really like to be outdoors. Shout out to Babbitt14. What was the hardest part of growing up with siblings much younger than you? I'm the little sister that is much younger in my family. Probably just finding stuff to relate with.
Jessica and I didn't grow up with like Instagram or Snapchat or any of
Yeah.
this. Like we were almost graduated by the time all that shit came out, really showing our age. And now our younger siblings are like like one of them is in elementary school? No, middle school? They're both in middle school now.
Yeah.
Middle school, and they've grown up with all this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. They just seem a lot more exposed to stuff now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
But it's still hard to like relate to them on, and then you don't feel like it's appropriate to talk to them about some stuff, but they already like know about that stuff.
But we're
I
at
don't
the
know.
age where like we've already made most of our mistakes,
Yeah.
you know? So like when we see them make mistakes, we're more like aunties to the younger ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a different relationship. That's
Yeah.
all.
Shout out to Emma McCrae. What's something about your sister that drives you crazy? Pet peeve or just an annoying quality?
As you can see, Jade's probably doing a really good job of cutting this, but this bitch takes 8 years to tell a story, okay? She's like,
Okay, so I went to Walmart today, but first I got into my car and you wouldn't believe what happened. So I opened my
Okay, that's
door
true, that's true.
and then I closed the door and and I'm like,
Yeah, okay, that's true.
you have to say about
Something-
me. Yeah, say something while I'm bleaching your hair.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll just say an annoying pet peeve. Every time she burps, she always like, and I think we all do it a little bit, but she does it so dramatically. She
I'll
goes,
do it for the, I feel like,
it's always the breath. Like,
I have to like blow it out like a cigarette, like, I don't know why. I don't even
and
smoke.
I know it's like natural, but like hers is just so out there. It's like, just drink a drink or something? Anyway. Again, Emma McCrae, shout out. Would you and Jessica ever make a podcast together? Or possibly a podcast with Selena full time?
You know what? I want to make a podcast, and that's something I want to do in the new year. And I would definitely have Selena and Jessica on it. So if you want me to do a podcast, this video needs to get to 100,000 likes, and I'll do it.
Ooh, there you go. I don't know if I'll be on it all the time because apparently I tell stories way too long.
Yeah, y'all would unsubscribe. So, no, I'm just kidding.
So maybe just more of
a guest appearance.
a guest appearance like once every like 10
this
vids.
way.
Okay.
Thanks.
What is something you've always wanted to do but haven't done yet?
I kind of want to know what like jail is like.
This is what I mean. Like, who thinks of this?
I don't want to go to jail. I just like want to go to jail, you know? Like I don't want to commit a crime, but I want to like spend
wanna
some time.
Make a guest
And just see if I can make it, you know? I think I would bode well in jail.
I think you'd
I
do
think
well.
I could make some really good friends. I think I would be like one of the top bitches.
I wouldn't.
No, you would be a bitch.
Yeah.
She'd be she'd be my bitch.
Yeah, probably.
She'd be my bodyguard. She's
Yeah.
actually like, Jessica's jacked. No, you'd hold your own.
Hold my own.
She'd be
but-
like, fuck.
But you'd be like the leader.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
just like con everybody into thinking I was a bad bitch, but I'm not. Anyway, that's really up. What's something you would want to do?
I was thinking more like traveling somewhere.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, you could say that.
Actually, okay, so I go back and forth. I kind of want to go skydiving,
Ooh,
but
me
then
too,
I keep
yeah.
hearing like our popsies, our grandpa's voice in my
I
head
know.
saying, "Why jump out of a perfectly good plane?"
Yes.
And so then I'm like, oh.
Our grandpa was an air traffic controller and he heard some crazy shit. He also flew planes too, like small planes. And he thinks it's the stupidest idea to go skydiving, so.
So that's why. Mariana McCulley, shut out. So I was once playing football and I tripped a child and laughed and felt bad afterwards, but didn't because I won the football. Did I do the right thing by laughing? Thanks, bye.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's hilarious when children fall.
They don't have that far to fall. You're fine.
You know what? That's true. That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah. Do an arm wrestling match.
Oh, okay. Well, good. By the way, our mother is literally
Oh
an arm
my
wrestling
gosh,
champion. No
she
shit.
is.
So
3, 2, 1.
Fight!
Oh, you bitch! You stupid. Marista!
I'm 2 years older, that's all.
I let her win. Let's get back to the hair, and we're back.
Shout out to Chantel. My cousin took a video of her 2-year-old son in their bed as he woke up and you could literally hear an old lady's voice saying, "Come here," but they were alone. Your thoughts on that? We're freaking out.
I'd be freaking out too. Your place is haunted. You should probably move
Yeah.
and burn that house down. That's my advice.
I don't do that kind of stuff.
That sounds awful.
No.
I'm sorry.
Dating advice. I suck at it apparently.
Well, I am single as a Pringle, and I've been sucking at dating. So
I'm really sorry. I started dating my husband when I was like 20.
they've been together for like what?
8 years. So, and we kind of like are very happy we don't have to date.
How did you settle on him? How did you figure out? Yeah, Adam's the one.
A lot of similar interests, but more so, I mean, we have
Oh,
lots
she's struggling. She's like,
No,
why
no,
the f- did
it's
I
like-
marry this guy?
No, like values and morals all aligned up. I think
sure.
that was my biggest thing. And then, yeah, just like our common interests were really good too. And
They both love sports.
love sports.
Like-
Like we're sporty.
sporty.
And honestly, he's just really funny. I like The funny peoples.
He's funny, yeah. Funny's good. I think for me, I think it's been good just not settling, you know?
Yeah.
I figured that out. I figured that I want to be happy and I need to figure out how to be happy myself first before I can let somebody else make me happy, because in my past relationships, I have depended on the other person making me happy, and that's a problemo.
I did that before too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, she did that.
We can
A lot before.
We'll save that for the podcast.
Yeah, I saw her make, yeah.
Just some trauma.
Yeah,
issues.
just like a lot of therapy.
Yeah. But dating advice specifically, I would say go on dates that shows your best self. Like if you like to play mini golf or go do something that will bring the best out of you. Shout out to
Steve Brock.
second biggest fan. What made you start doing what you do on TikTok, aka your skits, and what made your sister know she wanted to be a teacher?
What made me start was that I was jobless and I lost my hairdressing job and I needed something to do. That's it, basically.
However, you always had little like skits and like
Yeah, I was on like
like
Vine
Vine.
and did this other stuff just for fun though. I never thought that I would actually be like successful at it. So this was a bit of a fluke, and now I'm here doing hair on my channel, which is kind of serendipitous.
There we go.
What about you? Why are you a teacher?
Love working with kids.
She loves kids.
The things that the kids say. Oh my gosh.
What's the craziest thing that kid has said to you?
Oh, during COVID, I had a mask on, but I had a big zit on my forehead. And that's when my last name was Collins, so it's a big zit if it's Collins. And it's like,
And you're a big asshole, Colin.
yeah. What's your favorite family memory?
I don't know why, but I always think about like camping and stuff, or
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
For some reason, we have
are
like
two
a
big
lot
ones.
of very like my mom is very like Christmas traditions or
Yes.
die. You know,
Yeah.
like if you don't show up for a Christmas dinner, you just don't show up for anything. And
Yeah.
like
See you in a year.
bury yourself basically. So I think like camping, Christmas stuff.
I'd say the same. Shout out to Amelia. What is your best advice on first getting out from school into the world? Oh.
That's great to get from both of us because
Yeah.
we took different journeys. Out of high school, I went to university. I got a scholarship in soccer. She got a scholarship in basketball, and we actually both went to the same university. But we both did stuff we hated. We were not doing the best in school, and we just didn't like.
We weren't ready.
We weren't ready, but our parents were very ready for us to do that. So I feel like we would have rather chosen to maybe take a little bit of a break out of high school to kind of figure out what we like and then go into school.
Like, I credit student athletes so much, like how they just go and be a student athlete for those first years out of high school.
It's so hard.
I loved the athlete part of it, don't get me wrong. I loved showing up for practice, games, everything like that, but I was not ready to be a student.
No, I couldn't do it mentally. Like
No.
we like practiced like once in the morning, did conditioning or whatever, and we had to go to school, and then we had practice, and then we had to do our homework after. We had no lives, basically. At the time, my mental health was already deteriorating, so it was like, it wasn't my thing.
And I wasn't in a great.
And she was in a terrible relationship, so
It's okay, it's fine.
it was
now.
just a shit show.
But it was just like young. Also, you don't know what you want to do in life. But if I were to give you advice, and if you wanted to go to like post-secondary school, just like don't be afraid to try different things, like different courses. But also, it's so much easier when you have an idea
Yeah, it is.
of what you want to do, because then it's like you're not just showing up to these classes being like, what am I doing this for? Like you kind of have a goal in mind.
Yeah, it should be normalized not to go to school right away, to be honest.
And
Right
traveling,
after
you
high
get
school.
so much experience, and like
Yeah.
even like different jobs of like trades or working, you get so much experience. I was in and out of school till like 20, like, oh my gosh, it's like in and out. But like I figured out I wanted to be a teacher. It was like I was 25 years old, and I did like 3 years of schooling in less than 2, because I was like, nope, I know what I want to do now, and I just got it done.
Yeah, do that.
So, do you? What has it been like for you and your family now? You're well-known, famous internet persons.
I mean, I guess I'm not really the one to answer that. I still feel like I'm the same kind of person. I just have a different job now, basically.
No, she's definitely the exact same person. She has not changed. I think it's funnier seeing, Adam just told me this story. My husband, he was teaching, and one of his students was like, Mr. Ravel, like, look at this. And she opens her phone. It was this girl's dad with Christina and Save On. Like, they took a picture.
Is that from the other day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was so nice.
Yeah. She's like, look, he posted it everywhere.
And you know what he said? He
What
was
did he
just
say?
like, "Oh, my daughter would kill me if I didn't get this photo. Like, she likes you." And he was like, I've heard of you, but like, she was
She
on this,
really
and
likes
now he goes and posts. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
And so he went and posted it anywhere, and like Adam's just like,
Adam's a teacher too.
Adam's a teacher too, and it's kind of cool for him because he teaches high school students, so he hears about Chris all the time because people like his high school students
Jessica
freak
never
out.
calls me Chris, by the way.
I
She calls
don't.
me Christina, so I could hear the hesitation in her voice.
Yeah, no, it's Christina. So I have a story. I had 2 friends. One was a girl, other was a guy. So I'm actually gay, and I was falling in love with the guy, and we all 3 were a trio. We used to be so close, and I knew that if I tell anyone, it will ruin things. So I never told him. But he too was giving me signs, which I thought were platonic. Eventually, I couldn't help it, so I started creating distance. And those 2 started in a relationship. I was literally crying that I lost both my best friends and someone I loved. They eventually broke up, and he came out as bi. So I effed up. So I was so effed up, I couldn't even tell.
That's so sad.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
That's a tough.
That's gotta be hard, man.
That's really hard. Day in, day out of going through that too.
That's tough. You'll find somebody.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Maybe they were meant to be together and you were meant to be with them, and that's all right.
Story time. So I have this friend and she always says we're BFF, but she always cuts me out when her boyfriend is with her. Like we would make plans, but then her boyfriend says he's bored. She just stops texting and next day she acts like nothing happened. I tried to distance myself, but it's hard to. Do you have any tips? Love your content and you really make my day. You get me out of a dark place, love.
Oh, love you too, love.
Yes.
Can you tell that she's the teacher? Because I can't read out loud. I have a segment on my channel that's Help Christina read screens, or I don't know. J play
Get around because now is Chris reads screens.
that, and she can read so well, and I hate her for it. Anyway, toxic
Great.
friends. Okay, I've had plenty of toxic friends, and so has Jessica. And our mother says things like you have A friends and B friends and C friends.
Say that. I forgot about that.
And you know what? You don't necessarily need to cut her completely out of your life because sometimes it's okay to have those surface friends to do stuff with, whatever. But I mean, if she's causing you a lot of like mental torment, then I would cut her out completely because you can make new friends.
Yeah,
But
it's good
yeah,
advice.
maybe she's a B friend, maybe she's a C friend.
Yeah.
She's not your A friend, okay? She's not the one that's gonna help you bury a body, but she's the one that would, hold your hair when you vomit, all right?
Yeah. Or she's just a C friend who you just like go out once in a while with. or
Yeah,
whatever.
she's not somebody you confide in, but she's,
Yeah.
somebody you can party with or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's my advice to you.
That's a good one. What's your guilty pleasure film?
I hate romance movies. I watch only comedy and horror, basically.
Yes.
But my guilty pleasure is Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I love that movie. What is it? Oh, that hand scene. Jay, find it. Where he does this shit. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, mine's so shiza compared to yours.
Wait, let me see if I can guess yours.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay, give me a hint.
We watched it last time you did my hair.
Is it like Crazy Stupid Love or something? I can't
No, that's a good movie though.
What one is it? I don't remember.
Come on, you know it. A lot of singing.
Mamma Mia?
Burlesque, dude.
Oh, Burlesque! Oh, the acting's so shit, but it's
I know.
actually so good.
I love that movie. Just all of it. My eyelashes put up a stiff wind. Like just
everything about it, yeah.
I
And
just
Cher,
love it. And
oh my
Christina,
gosh.
and Cher, Christina Aguilera, Julianne Hough,
Oh,
Stanley
and what's her
Tucci,
face? The blonde chick that people say that we look like.
Kristen Dunst.
Kristen Dunst.
No,
is in it.
not Dunst. Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell, not Dunst. I love Cher. She's just the.
Oh, I know.
Her voice is just. We have moved on to the sides. We have done the top. You do a little dip for them. See, look at those. Okay, that's way too far. Go back up. Look at these clean ass foils.
Yeah.
She's still got it.
Yeah.
The reception is fantastic.
Great.
Moving on to the sides. Continue.
Shout out to the best or love yourself _7.7.
Love that.
Did you and your sister like the same boy at the same time? I don't
think so.
At
'cause
the
she
same
has
time.
Terrible taste in men. At least when she was a teenager. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, when she was a teenager, she didn't like guys that were good. That's all.
They were fine.
And I hope they're watching. Assholes.
Okay, that's
I'm just
the
kidding.
defensive sister coming out.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah.
I like almost beat up one of the dudes that hurt her, that cheated on her. I sprinted so fast to go find this mother. I was like Batman. I was like, where is he?
Yeah.
Going around the school and they're like, he's in the gym. So I like ran to the gym and he had already gone home and I was like, that mother.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think we
High
like the
school.
same guy at the same
No,
time ever.
no. What do you think about doing some haunted content with your sister? No.
she could never.
No,
She
I don't even watch
she
haunted
hates-
movies. No, nothing. Sorry.
She hates that shit.
I would, no.
I'll do that with Selena.
What was your first job? And did you ever have intrusive thoughts while working at your job? And how did you handle it? Asking for a friend.
I think my first job was cleaning houses. I think both
Yeah.
of our first job was cleaning houses, but
Yeah.
I'll try to think of a different job. Although I definitely had intrusive thoughts while cleaning houses too. Just like people's shit up.
Yeah.
But we both actually worked at a tanning salon
Oh, I
as well.
love that job.
And if there was a customer that was an asshole, which there were so many in the tanning place because they were like hoity-toity assholes that always went on
Yeah.
vacation, and I didn't get to go on vacation. I had to go camping, which was fun. Anyway, if they were rude to me, I'd want to put them in the bed for like double the time and burn the shit out of their skin. I didn't. That was an intrusive thought I
That
had
was an
on a
intrusive
daily
thought.
basis.
Yeah,
Or like
sure.
not clean the bed for them. Again, I did, but I didn't want to.
Those are the intrusive thoughts.
What about you?
So I worked at Canadian Tire.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I know.
It's like a hardware store.
It's a hardware store. It was a really
was just
lame job.
the
I was
weirdest
just a
job for
cash.
you.
I know. It was like cashier. Like the people that I worked with are nice enough, and then there were some that weren't that great. Yeah, I just always like thought of ways I could get out of work early. I never did, but just
That's
like
it? That's your worst
That's-
thought? Like, what,
yeah.
did you want to, like, burn the place down?
No.
Like, be like, you know, creative with it.
I don't know. And like I would always be hey, this is so random. On every snack, because you get like 50% off, I go get a pink Powerade and a Hershey's cookies and milk chocolate bar.
Yeah.
And I just always had that. And that's not an intrusive thought, but that's just like the routine that I always had.
Yeah, that's not intrusive.
I don't freaking know.
Would you even know what an intrusive thought
I
is?
know, but
Like-
I didn't really have any tools. If tools came, I'd be like, okay.
Like your ex-boyfriend?
I always wonder like, how hard could I squeeze this to make my finger?
Yeah, now you're getting it.
Okay, there. Uma Patel. My question is, how is life treating you as a marriage person? Another can be, does it feel different to be living with someone than someone you are married to? Married life? Awesome. Loving married life. It's a great time. Living with...
This is what I'm terrified of, to be honest, is to like, I've
This
never
one-
actually lived with another
Yeah.
person before, like a romantic person.
Yeah, this is where like the whole compromise thing comes in, I guess. Like for me, I don't care about being so like neat and tidy with clothes.
This is a messy bitch, right?
I'm not that messy though. Go downstairs.
Oh my god.
No, okay, but once I've moved into our own place, it's kind of different now. But with clothes, right? Like I don't mind for the week, like if I toss it over the chair.
Whatever.
But I'm way more pickier with like food stuff. Like I want the food to be put away, or like I want the kitchen to be clean. Whereas my husband is not so much on that level.
Adam, take notes.
Yeah, so we're still working out like, you know, can you just like throw your dishes in the sink at least, or like throw them in the dishwasher? It's just like figuring out like what our pet peeves are. Hey Chris, question for the Q&A. If you would die today and you could do one last thing, what would it be? Love you and your content. You make my day with every single video.
Ooh, one last thing I would do. Maybe like eat a chocolate cake.
Like Miss Trunchbull chocolate.
Oh yeah. I would eat all my favorite foods. I would hang out with people I love. And probably go on a nice hike with a view with Kevin. That'd be good. I could die.
That sounds perfect.
I had to. Anyway, what would you want to do?
Today?
Yeah.
Last day today?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you today. What do you want to do?
I like the view idea. I like a nice view. Why am I just wanting to like be comfy on a couch?
I'd be like, yeah, just eat and sit.
Yeah. You said cake and I'm like, oh man, I could
Oh,
totally have...
I'd the cake.
Well, I was thinking earlier, I'm like, man, I want to make some like ooey gooey Rice Krispie squares.
Oh, I want to make some chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking right now, and that's kind of all I really want right now.
We want to eat.
We want to eat, maybe
So,
with a view.
Don't know how poetic that is, but all right.
Yeah.
Now for the close up of her hair and my beautiful work. This is my foil work for all you hairdressers out there. We just did a half head. We did some weave foils. She's gonna be a highlighted queen. Kevin's here, mascot, and now this is the reveal. It's just me, but here she is. Look at her.
Yes. All the angles, yes.
The best charity work I've ever done. I still got it, baby. Thank you so much for watching. We enjoyed reading your questions and weird stories. And please like the video because look at all this work I did.
Yes.
All right, like the video. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. This is obviously the best YouTube channel ever. And I will see your beautiful face in the next video, all right?
Barely understood what you said.
They know what I said.
I do.